Hi everyone, we are holding on the second gate that talks about tefillah, and we are now on the chapter 14. How can we jump to 14? Because in the middle ground it talks about Baruch and all the great stuff happens when a person prays in all the worlds and all that stuff. We are jumping to the piece we are talked about two shiurim ago. ובכל נפשיכים. We discussed ובכל, which talks about the two parts of our heart we should have in mind when we daven. We clear our heart out from all those thoughts and clear our heart out with all those pleasures that we have in our hearts, so we can fulfill our true tefillah. Now we're entering ובכל נפשיכים, with all your heart, but with all your soul. What does the with all your soul mean? Nefesh Hachaim explains. It says as follows. Make the story short, really. He proves, first of all, how tefillah is nefesh. Nefesh is the soul. Tefillah is your soul. You see this in the Pasuk of Chana, which says, "V'eshpoch et nafshi lifnei Hashem." I will pour my soul in front of Hashem. We also see this in Bachi nafshi, bless my soul, halali nafshi, and all the different proofs he brings here. The point is like this: your prayer is your soul, and we have to serve Hashem with all our soul. What does this mean? Let's see in a second. He talks about the korban. The korban is a sacrifice that should have been given in time of the Mikdash. We do our prayers 3 times a day, right? The whole essence of the sacrifice, as we already know, is to elevate it up. The nefesh of the korban, the soul of the korban, is when we throw the blood of the korban and the fire. We take all these different parts of the korban, we throw in the fire. This basically is an expression of elevating the soul of the korban, and we should have been elevated instead. But we don't have the korban today, so we elevate our soul. And he explains like this: when we speak out the words of the tefillah, it's not just something random. Okay, we speak it out. We are speaking out our soul. This is not only something spiritual, but also something physical. Check this out. When we say, it says nefesh chaya, right? Ki adam hu nefesh chaya in Bereshit. So the uncle says nefesh chaya is ruach memala. Our speech is our nefesh chaya. When we speak it out, we're actually taking this breath of this fire in our heart out. Every word that we say, especially with tefillah. Now the thing is like this. Sorry, you have nefesh in every 3 levels of your soul. What am I talking about? You have nefesh, ruach, and neshama. This is what makes us. This is the 3 levels and parts of our soul, right? When I say our soul, because our soul is breaking into 3. The nefesh is the lowest part, which has to do with the blood. The blood is the nefesh. Then we have the spirit. The spirit is the ruach, which is in our heart, and we have the neshama, which is in our brain. All these 3 layers are basically our soul. We have 3 parts of them: the lowest part, the middle ground, and the highest one. Now, when we speak the words of tefillah out, we are speaking out our heart, the ruach part of our soul, okay, of our nefesh, and that is where the tefillah comes into the equation. When we say ובכל ובכל נפשיכם, this is a completion to do our tefillah properly, not just know who we're standing in front of, which is of course great stuff, and know who the words that we're saying, that's also great stuff, but we want to take it to the next level. We want to bring in the soul of the tefillah, and this happens when we know what we're doing, and in order to tap into this, he explains we should do it before we start our davening. Take that moment, even 5 or 10 seconds, and remind yourself, what am I saying here? I'm actually filling in my soul as well, not only my heart, where I'm loving Hashem and we're serving Him with all my heart, but I'm also doing it with my soul. And every word that I'm saying, my soul is in it. It basically means I'm bringing all my passion into this. All my passion, my soul of the heart. When I say the word, I'm actually doing this great stuff. You know, it's different. It's different because we in order to do this, really, he explains, okay, we have to separate our body from our soul, okay? You know, everybody may have this in a state where they dream, or sometimes they might have experienced this, but you know this place where you feel like that's it, game over, it's done. Maybe when you cross the street and you saw something that almost happened to you and you felt that the body doesn't matter anymore. So we're supposed to separate our body from our soul in order to elevate our soul. And to do this, again, has to do with the preparation before tefillah. We take a moment, we think about what we're doing. Before we enter tefillah, we think about separating our body from our soul, all the pleasures, all the desires, all the wills, all the needs that we want, get rid of it. Now it's only our soul. In order to elevate your tefillah, you can't have your body in touch with it. You have to detach, leech off take all the physicality off your body, enter your soul, raise up your soul, and remember you're doing something huge. Tefillah it's on the top of the world. The whole world prays. Everybody prays in the world. The goyim as well, but they don't have this thing where they separate the body from the soul, and then they're able to attach themselves to the upper realms, and this is where things make a change, because this is mamish serving Hashem with all your heart and all your soul. And only Jews could do this. So this is something very unique that Jews could do. And Hashem should give us the help to do this, because it's not easy. We have to train it slowly. And let's start somewhere. Okay? Have a great day, everyone. Take care.